Hi everyone, welcome to Chess Point. Today we see the Super Bet Rapid and Blitz 2024 tournament. So this is a day three of Rapid, and it was round eight in Rapid tournament. So this game was between Gukesh D and VE. So now we see the game what we started. So sorry for that, we are late from live, but let's see the before moves of Gukesh and V. So let's start. So here the analysis or previous moves of Gukesh and V. So Gukesh is from white and V from black. So now Gukesh started with e4, then c5, c3, knight f6, e5, knight d5, knight f3, d6, bishop c4, knight b6, e6, not e6, e6 and bishop cut e6. Then again Gukesh cut the bishop of e6, b cut e6, then f cut e6, and e cut d4, double zero, knight c6, knight g5, queen d7, c cut d4, then g6, rook e1, e5, d5, knight d4, bishop e3, bishop h6, bishop cut d4, bishop cut g5, bishop cut b6, a cut b6, knight e3, double zero, knight e4. Then a4, b5, a5, queen c7, so after queen c7, white plays b4, Then queen c4, and rook b1, then rook ac8, then rook e2, and the last move of previous move of this game was queen d4. So now we see what the position said. So let's see. In this position, black chances more than white, and Gukesh losing the position. Now Gukesh cut the queen with the queen cut d4, then e cut d4. So after this move, Gukesh not plays rook at d1, he plays g3. So here the chances and the possibility of Gukesh is about to lose after the same move that we play with d3, then rook goes to rook e1, then attacking position for v to go rook f5. So after this move, f4 is a good move for Gukesh, but the position set is minus 3.21 for Gukesh, so it's mean that it's a losing position for Gukesh. So what the position said, and Gukesh accuracy always right with f4, and here we cut it the pawn, rook at d5. So here the move for Gukesh is king f2. So see what Gukesh plays in this move. So this game was a pretty good for V because it is a winning position for V. So Gukesh not play the move of king f2. He goes to rook e c1, and we go to rook c2. So here the position is damn for Gukesh, because here the position said is minus 4.19 or 23 to get losing the position of this game. So now see what Gukesh done after this moves. So after this move, Gukesh goes to rook d1, but see what Gukesh plays. And Gukesh not goes to rook at d1, he goes to knight f2. So this is the properly a losing position for Gukesh because he's a minus 5.43 of 39 in this game. So here the moves of Vivos that G5 is a good move for them. So we takes uh, much more time for this, but this is obvious because he get 5 minutes and Gukesh get 1 minute and 18 seconds. So here you see Gukesh loses the game and resign to the VE. So after this, we see the previous moves and analyze how and where Gukesh losing the position. So let's see. After that, knight f6, e5, then knight d5, knight f3, d6. Here the position to cut the pawn, but Gukesh played bishop c4. After this move, knight b6, e6 was a good move, and this is a draw position for both. But after this, e6, here the chances to win for Gukesh to bishop cut e6 and bishop cut a6 and f cut e6. And after this move, d4, a proper draw line, e cut d4, And here case goes to double zero, and knight c6. Then again Gukesh not get the pawn and goes to knight g5, queen d7, and here got the pawn with c cut d4, g6, so rook e1, e5. Then the d5 moves is created a position where we get a better position in this move. So here the move was d cut e5, but Gukesh not cutted the pawn. He pushes the pawn to d5 to threaten the knight. After this move, knight d4, then bishop e3. Another backstep move for Gukesh. He goes to with the move of knight c3 to balance the position, but he goes to bishop e3. Then we not miss the move with bishop h6 to pin the knight. After this move, bishop cut d4 is compulsory for Gukesh, and bishop cut g5. Then again bishop cut b6, a cut b6. Then knight c3, double zero. Then knight e4. So he creates another losing position for Gukesh. Then we goes to bishop h6, and after this move a4, another drawback for Gukesh. He goes to queen b3, either knight c3, but queen b3 is not that much bad move. But what Gukesh think, a4, you see a4 is the position of minus 1.72. It's a great difference between a super gems when played. After b5, then Gukesh plays a5. So that the turning point where a4 is a backfire to the Gukesh. Then queen c7, b4, queen c4. Here we see the position when we started. Rook b1, rook ac8, rook e2, queen d4. Here the losing position, queen cut d4, not rook, he goes to g3. So another losing position created here with g3. So after this d3, we not loses the position. He goes to d3, attacking the rook, and rook goes to rook e1, then rook f5 and f4, rook at d5, rook e1. Is a proper losing position, no chances to win here, a draw, never. And rook c2, and here again Gukesh moved to knight f2, g5, rook e1, d2. So here the position of the last move of Gukesh when he get resigned. So position set here that is minus 7.12. So is a proper losing position for Gukesh. Is no chance for here to win this game. So now this is the eighth game of Gukesh. Now let's see the another games of Rapid. So let's see, now we see the Praggnanandhaa and Arjun irrigation. This is the last position. So here they're not analyzed currently. This position is very serious here. So let's continue with here when the game is was over. Then we see analyze. So here the game was live on chess.com. So this game was amazing for this is like the so another game was completed and this game was a draw between Praggnanandhaa and Arjun Irigesi. So this game was, let's see what the moves here created. But first of all, we see the another games of this tournament. Now we see one game was left, two game was left between Anish Giri. So Anish Giri and Krill Sevenko was the last match of Rapid 8 games. So this position was amazing, where Anish get 21 second and Krill goes to 11 seconds. So the chances of winning of Anish Giri was much more because the time pressure of Hill was also there and the position is much more for a draw position, I think. So he goes to knight d5. Then Krill goes to king a8. Then rook f8, queen f3. So this position is a complete winning position for Anish Giri. So this is a battle of a top one versus bottom one. So now bottom one player not disrespect Anish Giri, but in this tournament he goes to bottom one, and that's why the chances of winning of Anish Giri was much more than. So here the phase of ending. So let's see how she survives here. So after this game, another game started after 7:30. So in this game, or in this gap, we see the previous games of round 8. So let's after finish this game, we save it. So now that the last game of round 8 of Super Bet Rapid and Blitz tournament was winning by Anish Giri, and there is another changes in the ranking board. Let's see the ranking of this tournament. So another game was started in 7:30. So now let's see the games of so around 8 games. So let's see the first and not first. We see the first game between Praggnanandhaa and Arjun. So this game was a draw. So the first move of Praggnanandhaa started with e4, then c6 by Arjun, knight f3, d5, d3, then g6, then e5, bishop g7, d4, f6, e cut f6, knight cut f6. So this game was started with the amazing position between both of them. With after this move, bishop e2, then double zero, double zero, then knight e4, c4, bishop f5, knight c3, knight d7, c cut d5, knight cut c3, b cut c3, then c cut d5, queen cut b3, not queen cut b3, it's queen b3. After this, knight b6, then bishop a3, queen c7, then rook e1, bishop f6, bishop f1, and then knight c4, bishop cut c4, d cut c4, queen b2, rook a d8, rook e3, rook d5, rook a e1, rook e8, h3, b5, bishop c5, rook cut c5, d cut c5, queen cut c5, rook e5, bishop cut e5, rook cut e5, queen c7, queen cut b5, rook b8. So here we see that the position of white is much better than black, but how Praggnanandhaa draw the position, let's see. The rook cut e7 was created a position of a draw. So after this, rook b5, sorry, rook cut b5, rook cut c7, rook b1 check, rook h2, rook b2, rook cut a7, rook cut f2, knight d4, bishop e4, king g3, rook d2, rook e7, bishop d5, rook e2, rook d3, king f4, then rook c3, a4, rook a3 and knight b5. So here the timing of both are same. 2.4 seconds was get by Praggnanandhaa and 2.47 second to Arjun. So after this, rook a1, king e5, bishop f7, knight c3, bishop e8, rook e4, bishop cut a4, rook cut c4, then bishop b3, rook c7, rook a5 check, king d4, bishop f7, king e3, rook e5 check, king f4, rook f5 check, king e3, rook e5 check, king f4, rook f5 check, king e3, rook e5 check, and the last he continues with a continuous check draw. So this was the Praggnanandhaa and Arjun game from round 8. So let's continue to see that the ninth round game was started or not. So the ninth round game started soon. So the let's see the what the schedule or what the matches card with the first game between game between Kirill Sevanko and Nodirbek. Amazing game. Our last battle was crazy, and the second was a VE versus Praggnanandhaa. Another game was pretty good. Third game, Arjun Irrigation says Vincent Keimer. So this game was also good. And fourth game was pretty good after the candidates we see with the Magnus Carlsen and Anish Giri. So let's see what the game was started. And the fifth game between Duda and Gukesh. So this game was also good. So let's see the position of this tournament. So the first position leading by VE from China, and after this Magnus Carlsen on second, and third position is good for Indians with the Praggnanandhaa at third position, and fourth position was also by Arjun. Fifth position by Kirill Sevanko. Sixth position was Duda, and Gukesh won on 7. Nodirbek on another on 7, and what we see Anish Giri was on the 6th, and Vincent Keimer on 10th. So Anish Giri winning the game between Kirill Sevanko, he one position up from the previous position. So let's see the points of players. So Kaiman get 5 points. So if he win, he goes to 7th or 6th. Not 9 and 10, because if his after Anish Giri get 6 points. So if win, he get 8 points. Nodirbek gets 7 and he wins, then 9. Gukesh wins, then 9. And Duda wins, then 9. So Duda and Gukesh get 7 points. So if we draw 8 point with both of them, so this game was a battleground for both of them. Then after Kirill Sevanko with 8 point, then Arjun Irrigasi with 8 point. So if he wins, he goes to 10 points. And Praggnanandhaa with 9, and Magnus Carlsen with 11, and VE goes to 12. So Praggnanandhaa and VE game was much important in this rapid tournament, because if Praggnanandhaa wins, he go to either third or second position if Magnus loses. But if we are winning, then the chances of Magnus Carlsen of winning this tournament is lose. Because if Magnus wins, he goes to 13 points, and if we wins, he get 14 points. So Magnus wants that Praggnanandhaa winning the game, so then he top this position, and Praggnanandhaa get third position, and V goes to second position. So the top battle was between first, second, and third, and the VE and Praggnanandhaa game was pretty important in this tournament, or in the last battle of rapid tournament. So after some times, the game was started. So we are ready for that game. So if some, let's see the previous one game between, we see Magnus Carlsen game. So in this game, Magnus fight with Vincent Keimer. So Vincent Keimer from, so let's see this game with speedly movement. So Vincent plays his first move with knight f3, then Magnus reply with knight f6. Then c4, e6, b3, d5, bishop b2, bishop d6, g3, double zero, bishop g2, rook e8, d4, b6, double zero, bishop b7, knight c3, d cut c4, b cut c4, knight d7, queen c2, c5, d5, e cut d5, c cut d5, a6, a4, rook b8, knight d2, bishop e5, e4, then b5, then a cut b4, a cut b4, knight b5, bishop d5, bishop cut e5, knight cut e5, e cut d5, rook cut b5, rook e1, c4, rook d1, g6, knight e4, knight cut e4, rook cut e4, queen b6, rook e2, f6, h3, king king g7, king h2, c3, and the draw position was here, but Vincent get, I think, blundered the position with queen e4. Queen a4 was a blunder because he's get a losing position, a fully losing position, and Magnus not a knight f3 check, and bishop cut f3, rook cut e2, bishop cut e2, queen f2 check, king h1, queen cut e2, queen a7 check, king h6, queen d4, queen f3 check, and at this position Vincent resigned the game. So let's see, this game was amazing, but the position of queen a4 was a blunder for Vincent Keimer. Now we see the ninth round was started. So let's see the our most important game in this tournament with Praggnanandhaa and V e. So let's see the position of this game. First move with knight f3, then knight f6. After this move, then c4, e6, knight c3, then d5. So it's a king knight variation of English opening. After this, e6, knight c3, d5, then e3, then c5, then after c5, c cut d5, e cut d5, then b3, then knight c6, then bishop b2, then d4, knight a4, bishop d7. So this was the last move between both of them, with black plays the bishop d7. Let's see the after this move or what position set. So after bishop d7, rook c1 by ve, then Praggnanandhaa goes to bishop e7, bishop e7 was not a good move for Praggnanandhaa, because it creates a difference between the position of 1 point, either 2.9 or 2.1 plus. So the wide chances of winning this position is winning the game was pretty higher. But let's see, because it just started, so anyone can change the game. So knight here the we see here is knight cut f5, sorry, knight cut c5 was a good move for v. So here we take some times, but I think he goes to knight. I think I missed some moves between both of them, because in the live position we see b6 was there, but in my analysis I don't think b6 was I played. So let's see where I mistake. After rook c1, I think b6 was played by Praggnanandhaa. Then after b6, bishop e2. What I miss is that, and bishop e7 then e cut d4, but here we play knight cut d4, knight cut d4, c cut d4. So here the last position of this game, sorry for that. So this position, what I said before, that this is just started, so anyone can mistake or get not much better, but this position again goes to a draw position. Here you see that bishop cut d4 was a good move for v. So what we see here, and we got get to bishop cut d4. Now the chances of Praggnanandhaa to go with the double zero. So here Praggnanandhaa takes some times. I think he goes for he going for uh, double zero. So let's see what the moves we here see after this move. A double zero here comes with after this move he goes to bishop a1, then knight d5, and after double zero. So here the position of draw is continuous. So let's see where we are. Bishop at d4. Let's see what. So here not good for that, because after bishop d4, Praggnanandhaa cutted the knight of a4. Then v cuts bishop cut f6. Then bishop cut f6. Then we cutted the bishop with b cut a4, and then now Praggnanandhaa goes to double zero. So after this, we also get a double zero here. So here we going to play double zero. What we see before. So now Praggnanandhaa played the move of rook c8. So here we cutted the rook, what we see here. So this position was a properly a draw position. So this game was between Praggnanandhaa and VE. He continues the game with a draw position between both of them, and the 16 move was played by both of them. And after this move, Rook C8, we goes to Bishop C4. So this was also a draw position move. So Bishop C4, Praggnanandhaa goes to with here we see with G6. So I think both of them are know that this position was a draw position, so he plays safely here. So I think this game was a game changing is this tournament, so that's why both play safely here. So after here, we going to Rook E1, I think, or what the Indian said here. So here we get 15 minutes and Praggnanandhaa get 21 minutes. So Rook E1 was a good move. Let's see what he played. So here we get to going to D3. So after this, Praggnanandhaa goes to King G7. Then we continue with Rook E1. So now I think a move comes with H5. Let's see what Praggnanandhaa moved here. So here Praggnanandhaa not get to h5, he get rook e8. So rook e8 was also a good move. I think here we try to cut the rook e8. So here we are not cut the rook. He gave to the queen f3. So the position continues with a draw position. So after this move, rook c5 was rook c5 will be coming from Praggnanandhaa. So here Praggnanandhaa not he cutted the rook at e1, then rook at e1, and then he goes to rook c7. So the position was simply a draw, but let's see what get the next move from both of them. So let's see what we try to think here. I think the queen side play of both of them was not that much high because white tries to put all the pieces to the king side or attacking the king side or either focusing or defending from the queen side of black. So if anyone can mistake here, who get punishment by any of them. So let's see here what one of them play a good move here. So here Indian said that was G3. So I'm mistaking the position, but G3 was played by VE. So he go to G3. Sorry for that. It's G4. Uh, G3. After G3, Praggnanandhaa moves the rook with rook E7. So now the agent said here that rook E4 was a good move for V. Let's see what we played here. So the position or the game was in the middle game. Now after some tech times we see the in game. So here rook e4 was not played by V. He goes to rook at e7, then queen cut e7, and then queen d5. So this position was also a draw position. I think this game was or this game going to be a draw. So the position or the game was in the going to the in game. So I'm not going to another game, but if this game was over, then we see Anish, Giri and Magnus Carlsen. So Praggnanandhaa plays the move of bishop c3. Then we go to king g2. So here the g2 was a good move, and h5 I think coming here. Let's see what Praggnanandhaa playing here. So not h5, he going to play with a5. So after playing a5, we see here the queen goes to e4. Let's see what we get playing here. So not going to queen e4. He playing the move of bishop. Uh, he got to play the move of bishop b3. So after bishop b3, Praggnanandhaa playing the move of bishop b2. So if here move of b, he playing the move of queen e4 here. So let's see what we play here. So this game was a deciding game of this tournament for the first, second, and third position. So we take some times here, but he get 6 minutes and Praggnanandhaa get over 15 plus minutes. So So this game was in-game game for both of game because this game make the changes in the leading board of this rapid tournament, because if we wins this game, he directly winning this rapid tournament. But if he not wins this game, uh, uh, then he going to uh, either second or third position. I think second position was uh, good for them, but here the V moves their king to king h3. So what I said before, that if we loses there, he not get too much for them because his point was 11. If he lose, then he get a second position. Sorry, he get 12 points. So that's why if he lose, he get second position. Then Magnus, if win in the anish game, then he get the first position, and Praggnanandhaa always in third position because he get 11 points. So here the Praggnanandhaa fight for the third position, and we fight for the first position. And the main battle of position between Magnus and V. So Magnus, I think he wants that Praggnanandhaa wins this game or either draw. So after king f2, black playing here with h5 or queen f6. So let's see what Praggnanandhaa playing here. So what I said before, that either h5 or queen f6. So if Praggnanandhaa plays queen f6, we comes to that position where he are with king g2. So I think they try to draw the position or draw the game because uh, Praggnanandhaa play the move of queen d7, but we not here to draw the position. He going to play the move of king f1. So now let's see what Praggnanandhaa moves here. So here Praggnanandhaa, I think, plays queen f6 one more time to check that we going to try to draw the match or something else. So let's see what Praggnanandhaa playing here. So here Praggnanandhaa get 13 minutes and we get about to 5 to 6 minutes. So here Praggnanandhaa not played the move of Queen f6. He played the move Bishop c3. Then uh, we play the move of Queen c4. So nothing changed here. This position was one more time on draw position. So what I said before this game, that when it just was a ninth or tenth moves, it started a drop a game, because at the point of 8 or 7th move we get a plus in that position, but we loses that plus position and continues with a draw position. So now see what next Praggnanandhaa playing here. So I think Praggnanandhaa one more time goes to bishop b2. So here Praggnanandhaa playing that move. Bishop b2 one more time. Queen e5. Then we playing here the move of Praggnanandhaa playing another more time with bishop c3, and now not going to bishop queen c4. We playing here the move of king g1. So this position continues. I think one more time, two more time, they continuing the game. So that's why Praggnanandhaa played the move of bishop a1. So one more time I said that the upper position of this stream, or I think that was I get from the chess.com live. So if you not see here, you're going to see the game directly on chess.com live. So here we get 3 minutes and Praggnanandhaa get 11 minutes. So now we playing the move of b4, not to b3. Sorry, s4, not s3. So this game continuing to the end of a draw match. So I think the Magnus get a chance to win this tournament. Here h5 by Praggnanandhaa. Then we played the move of king g2. Then again bishop b2. So here the move of queen e4 was why Indian said playing again and again. So we playing here that bishop c4. So this game was continuing playing this game either. Then again Praggnanandhaa goes to bishop c3. So here the move comes of queen f3 from white. And let's see what the position of no, that game was the in position. I don't want to go to see Andhari. I'm sorry for that. So let's see what we play here. So at this rate, we get I think in last time time pressure. So he continues to getting to see the drop, but if he going to win this game, I think he get mistake in this position. So he continues to the king h3. So queen queen f6 was going to playing by Praggnanandhaa. I think Praggnanandhaa creates a pressure on VE. So queen f6 played by Praggnanandhaa. Then not king g2. He we play the move of f4. So neither change in the position. Here the chances of winning of both of them was completely over if someone not get to mistake in this position. So Praggnanandhaa play him queen f5 check, queen cut f5, g cut f5. So this is the position of draw, I think. Both of them. So this game was a draw for both of them, and the game of decided that we are going to at first and second position. Either we see that Magnus Carlsen winning or lose. If Magnus loses this game, then we get winning this rapid tournament. And Praggnanandhaa also played here very well, and he get the 20 points. So he get a chance to winning the third position, either fourth. So let's see the moves back. What Uh, this game was continue. It started with knight f3, then knight f6, c4, e6, knight c3, then d5, e3, c5, c cut d5, e cut d5, b3, knight c6, bishop b2, d4, knight a4, bishop d7, rook c1, then bishop, not bishop e7, it's b6, then bishop e2, bishop e7, e cut d4, knight cut d4, knight cut d4, c cut d4, bishop cut d4, bishop cut a4, bishop cut f6, bishop cut f6, bishop cut a4, double zero, double zero, rook c8, bishop c4, g6, d3, king g7, rook e1, rook e8, queen f3, rook e cut e1 check, rook cut e1, rook c1, g3, rook e7, rook cut e7, queen cut e7, queen d5, bishop c3, king g2, a5, bishop b3, bishop b2, king s3, queen f6, king g2, queen e7, king f1, bishop c3, queen c4, bishop b2, queen d5, bishop c3, king z1, bishop a1, h4, h5, king g2, bishop b2, bishop c4, bishop c3, king h3, queen f6, f4, queen f5 check, queen f5, g cut f5, then bishop d5, and king g6. This move continue either three moves, and then this position get a draw. So this was a great news for Indian star Praggnanandhaa that he get a third position either. Let's see the Praggnanandhaa game, not Praggnanandhaa, Magnus Carlsen game. Oh, it's a draw. So we leading this tournament with a 13 point. So the results are there that Magnus Carlsen and V match was draw, and Magnus gets only 12 points, and we get 13 points. So this game, insane game for a rapid tournament, because Magnus second position, we get another tournament winning the rapid tournament with 13 points. So let's see the game of Magnus Carlsen and Anish Giri. I think first we see the Arjun games, because uh, his game was uh, playing continuously. It was a last game between rapid uh, tournament. So Arjun from here is white and Vincent Cameron from black. So this position was one more time. This was, I think, a draw. Either Kaimer or Arjun not get mistake or blunder the position. This is a double knight versus a bishop and knight game. So I think Arjun played here a f4. After this, Kaimer playing the move of knight a5. So Arjun get taking some times here, and he play the move of rook b1. Now Kaiman get going to play the knight a3 to attacking the rook of white. So this game was continuously played, and I think that the position was said that is a draw. So Arjun takes time. He got to 1 minute, and he going to play in a 1 minute game. So now, not 1 minute, it's two. Rook d1 was played by Arjun. Now we see what Kaimer going to play here. He cutted the rook with king rook at d1 and king at d1. Now the game was interesting because double knight versus bishop versus knight, but the knight of black was in a good position. He knight ac4, king c2, if Kaimer exchange the pieces with the bishop, then this was a equal position, I think. So that's why Kaimer not get exchange the pieces with bishop. He playing the move of e6. Then Arjun got playing the move of king d3, then b5. Then Arjun plays here on g4. So chances of draw taking some problems here. So Vincent player knight b7, and now Arjun Okay, the move knight d2. So this was a negative position for white, and king d2. The knight at d2 and king at d2. So what? So I think that if he wins, he get 10 points, and uh, tiebreaker for Arjun and Praggnanandhaa both get 10 points. But if Kaimar get winning, he get only 7 points, so neither effect. And so this game was very important for Arjun. So knight d6. Then knight c4. Bishop c1. Then e5. I think Kaimar get chances of winning is much more than Arjun. So that's why Arjun got safely play with f5, then a4, then h4, then king c2. Now we see what Kaimar going to play here. Because here the move of black king was much more important here. So either if he goes to knight to move here, I think knight was a very good position. What I said, king e7, then g5. So I think both wants a win. That's why he played moves that unpredictable. So that's why h cut g5. Now we see what here the h cut g5. I think g5 g6 was coming. That's why g6 was coming. That's why here I think not cutted that. I think he pushes the pawn to check with f6. Because in white side knight get not what, why this move was a bad move for Arjun, but Kaimar got not see that move, and king b1 is a bad move. That's why Kaimar get king f7, and again Arjun going to play the king c2. So they both want to a draw. King g7. So I think both of them is trying to draw, because both not see the move. Kaimar get mistake that move. He not see the move of king b1, and what the position said king d3 was a bad move. that Arjun get a time pressure. That's why he played king d3. What was going on here? Timer takes time. If he know that move, then he moves either cut. A3 was a good move, and this create f6, then king f7, king c2. So here the losing chance of Kaimat know that move how to win this game, and there's a blunder and mistake, inaccuracy moves playing here by both of them. But Cameron at last he know how to win this game, and this position I think knight goes to d6 to attacking the pawn. So here the losing game for Arjun Erigaisi, because he loses the pawn, he loses the another pawn, he loses the another pawn, and this is the end of this. I think Arjun get resign in this position, but if he continues here, I think he wants to cut that both of the pawns, but Kramer thinking, because he get see the winning moves here. Knight f3, king b4, g5. So blunder and blunder by both of them, but Kramer get chances and see that blunder, and that's why he played g4, and at that time the move of king b1 was a mistake, then again king c2 was a blunder, and again the move is king d3, and he is here the end of this game. So if there was a beginner who see this match, I think you go and see again and analyze this game. But if the live stream over, I think oh, the result was here. And what I said, that Kramer get winning this game and Arjun get loses this game, and he only get 8 points and Kramer gets 7 points. So I think the results are there, and let's see the results of this tournament. I think this is the last position or last. Yes, this is the last and final standing of this tournament, and VE of China is leading this tournament, and the first uh, to winner of this tournament. Second, the Magnus Carlsen, who get 1 point lesser than VE. That's why he get a second position. What I said that before the starting of ninth round, that Praggnanandhaa and VE game was a game-changing game in this tournament. For Magnus is much more, but the Magnus also draw with anish Giri. So now third position Prananda, a great achievement from Indian star who get third position in this tournament. When the start of this tournament, Pragnanda get in the bottom or either 6-7 rank. but after this, fourth position got to Skrill Sevanko. He leading before the sixth and seventh round, and after this, Duda get fifth and Arjun get sixth, and seven get Nodirbek and Kaimer get eight, and Anish get nine, and Gukesh get 10th position. This is a bad news for him because he wins the candidates tournament uh, before this tournament, and now we see here he get position of 10th, but that's not much important because this was rapid, and rapid and classical game was much and more different from this so no problem from Gukesh, but Praggnanandhaa get a good third position in this tournament, to congratulate to him, and Gukesh at the 10th. So not that problem because rapid and classical are much different from each other. So if anyone judges that Praggnanandhaa winning the FIDE candidates and to losing or 10th position in this tournament, so that's not acceptable because classical and rapid was very different. So that's why before this tournament all said that Praggnanandhaa did a great chance to win this tournament, but he get third position. So this was the final result of this tournament. First position goes to VE, second position Magnus Carlsen, third position Ramesh Babu Praggnanandhaa, third goes to Kirill, and fifth goes to Duda, sixth goes to Arjun, seven goes to Nodirbek, and eight goes to Kaimer, nine goes to Anish Giri, and 10 goes to Gukesh Magnus. So this was the final standing of Super Bet Chess Tour rapid tournament results. So I think I analyze or either this stream I get the video on Gukesh's last game of how he get a 10th position. So I get to know all of them that what the result of this tournament of last round. The first Kiri and Nodirbek match goes to draw. VE and Praggnanandhaa match also get a draw. And third, Arjun and Vincent Kaimer match. What a match! I think this match was at that time, but Arjun get a much blundering and mistaking at this last position. Either I think is not a time pressure, and Kaimer also get a blunder and mistake in this match. But at last, Kaimer see that move of Arjun blunders. That's why he continues and winning this game. And the fourth, we see Magnus and Anish Giri. I think Magnus get winning this game, but surprisingly, Anish Giri draw this game, and that's why. And the fifth, Duda versus Gukesh, and that's here the change that Gukesh loses this game. So this was a game changing for Gukesh. Either if he win, he got to 5th or 6th position in this tournament. But Duda beating Gukesh in this tournament. And the last round. So in next time, tomorrow it's a Super Bet Blitz tournament. There is 18 matches in there, and let's see. We see you tomorrow. So thank you for the stream. If you like, then subscribe this channel. So bye. We meet tomorrow at at same time